Okey, semua Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat datang ke live streaming pada malam ini. Dan dikatakan Manchester United kini ketinggalan 1-0 dengan Asia All-Star. Asia All-Star menghampiri dengan kemenangan tambah 1 minit saja. Penjaga gol Haziq Nazli masuk. Irfan Fandi jadi masuk ganti Agun Naldo. Ni menang dapat piala ni. Mampus. Manchester United kalah Oh, 2 minit tambah. Tambah berapa minit ni? Saya nak tengok live-nya. Ni. Dia tengoknya boleh kat sini. Tapi kena subscribe masalahnya. Aduh. Malah tak apalah. Tinggal berapa minit je. Tambah berapa minit je kan. Okey, semua tunggu kejap. Sekejap rosak ke? Okey. MU semakin menghampiri dengan kekalahan. Saya tak dapat tengok match penuh sebab adalah masalah teknikal. Masalah teknikal apa pun tak tahulah. Pening lah. Aku pun dah pening lah. Saya pun dah pening lah. Dia sebab nak tengok live tak dapat kan. Tadi MU Manchester United tu live dekat YouTube. Lepas tu tak sampai seminit dah hilang dah live-nya. Aduh, susah lah. Ni saya tak suka game-game macam best kan. Macam contoh kalau Malaysia lawan Manchester United, lepas tu tak ada live. Memang ni lah kecewa. Buat kecewa tu. Ni tadi live elok-elok ni. Tadi kat akhir-akhir ni tengok sendiri. Tak nge-lag ke? Tadi tengah ni elok-elok tadi. Lepas tu habis.
We are underway.
Tak tahulah, tinggal 1 minit je pun orang nak tengok.
Xin chia sẻ với các bạn. Và các bạn tải app ấy. Tôi vẫn xem trên app ấy. Các bạn tìm cách các bạn tải app, có thể là sẽ dùng trên máy tính tải về tạm thời chẳng hạn.
1-0
Get 100 million and start building a fucking team. It's not pre-season, it's the end of the season, mate.
Tambah 6 minit.
A few people in the chat saying it's pre-season, chill out. No, I'm not going to chill out. I'm actually hilarious. It's hilarious. It's really funny. I'm not going to chill out. I'm not even stressed. I think it's funny. I'm laughing at it. I'm not going to chill out. I think it's hilarious that we've gone to the other side of the world.
Oh, full time habis.
Can't score a goal in a glorified
Manchester United kalah dengan Asia All-Star 1-0.
For all those fans who paid that money. And, you know,
terima kasih lah Nanti mungkin Sekejap. Alamak. Salah tekan pula. Hello. Okay. Semua dengar? Hello. Semua dengar Tak ada apa-apa yang berlaku? Semua tak ada Okay. Hello. Hello semua. Harap-harap elok tak ada apa-apa yang berlaku. Hello. Okay. Tak apa-apa berlaku, kita sambung terus. Hello semua. Hello. Okay. Manchester United kalah lawan ni Asia All-Star. Lawan Asia All-Star pun dah kalah, macam mana? Saya nak tengok angkat piala tapi aduh, pening lah. Ikutkan dekat website ni boleh tengok. Itulah tapi saya tak faham bab benda ni. Bukan saya aku dah log in. Aduh, hey. Sekejap saya log in jap. Okay. Macam mana nak tengok ni? Aduh. Full match replays. Subscribe now. Ui. Harap boleh. Takkan dah nak habis boleh tengok. Sudahlah. Aduh. Ui. Yes. Okay. Tak apalah. Dah habis pun. Tapi nak tengok angkat piala. Kalah. Teruk. Apa macam mana ni? Sorry kalau nge-lag ke apa semua. Kalau lag minta maaf sebab tak tahu kenapa. Mana nak kita tengok dia orang kat piala ni Mana Stadium Maestro ni pun takkan tak boleh buat live. Aduh. Poso 2230. Pukul 11. Pukul 11 ni pun ni. Aku apa 10 Taklah. Left. Lila tadi kat sini ada. Aduh, hai.
Việt Nam Urin mà thấy bảo là vẫn được tin tưởng và sẽ tiếp tục dẫn dắt.
Tapi ngelik-ngelik buat apa aku nak tengok. Asian All-Star. Aduh. Asian All-Star. Semua tambah 1 minit. Ni dah habis ni. Ni dia live score je ni. Ni apa bodoh. Astagfirullah. Ni kan. Yang ni tunjuk stadium ni. Okey lah. Ni aja ni. Aduh, manalah channel yang boleh dipercayai sikit. Aduh, ni semua tak boleh dipercayai. Ni lah. Okey lah macam mana ni. Cubalah kita usahakan cari. Nak tengok dapat piala ni. Saya pun tak pasti. Okey. Sekejap saya tengok. Nge-lag ke? Kalau korang tengok. Kalau nge-lag memang susah lah nak ni. Kalau nge-lag memang susah lah nak. Nge-lag memang susah lah nak. Okay, Alhamdulillah tak ada apa-apa. Tak nge-lag dekat website ni. Okay, Alhamdulillah tak nge-lag apa-apa. Alhamdulillah tak nge-lag apa-apa semua. So mudahkanlah kerja kita. Alhamdulillah. So saya tak puas hati lagi sebab tak dapat live nak tengok. Tadi ada satu orang Vietnam tu buat. Dia tunjuk MU main. Lepas tu problem pula dia punya live. Tengok ni. Nanti mesti dia tunjuk angkat piala kan? Betul tak?
Not that we have to be there because we need money. We have no European football next season. Do you understand? Want and have to are two very different things. Japan, they didn't arrange this trip after the final last week. No, they didn't. So they could have won last week, but had been coming in as a qualifier, European champion, qualifier for Champions League. I mean, good answer by the way, Mitch Club. I respect that answer because like well, but this is the first time United will never organize the most. They've always come here. Please see that they are happy. Please see that they are happy in these goals. That's why I mentioned what I did. The other thing, I don't know the answer to what they're going to be doing crazy.
Cek kawan saya ni.
There's some part of it that if this is their trip, you probably know better than I do. If they're coming back out here in July, then you would argue 2 trips is too much.
Boleh lah, susah betul. Korang tunggulah kejap, saya nak mesej kawan saya kejap. Korang tunggu je. Kalau kawan saya tak balik. Tak balik. Alhamdulillah, sebaik dia balas. Alhamdulillah.
The players are walking around there, but what an Oscar All-Stars are feeling in the dressing room right now. The entire team, not just about who scores the goal, keep keep a clean sheet, hands to the defense. So I've got a couple of points to keep that team right now. And they're going to come to me next season, pre-season, with United. That's how much it's going to, like what they touched on this show. This will be embedded in your memories. It's life-changing. Yeah, absolutely. Because I'll tell you, in a couple of years' time, no one will remember where Manchester United were last week for
this result to possibly be correct. Everyone will remember that they got beat when they came to Malaysia. And the guys who've been on the pitch now,
Jom kita tengok apa yang diorang borakkan.
they acquitted themselves so across the board. They didn't look scared from the get-go. They controlled massive passing play, and when they needed to make the team, they did it. I think had it been Manchester United win that game the same way that the Asia All-Stars one, we'd have gone, tell you what, there's some good stuff there.
All right, you know what? I think we should take a look at the goal. Let's take a look at the goal, the deciding factor in this game, the only goal of the game. And can I just add, what a through ball it was initially.
Yeah, and I think Mong Win has always been one of those players that
Oh, ni gol dia.
surprise you.
Okey, cantik dapat tengok.
Comes in a good timing, and he's one of Myanmar's most consistent players in the last 6 years. He's been playing for a young team. I think he dropped to 19, 20.
Sangka MU boleh kalah.
And he's done outstanding in his career. I think again he's going to change this for the rest of his life. Yeah, I mean, I think you like it's easy after the event, but I've been watching some video of the scoring, and he was one of the players I was thinking, God, can he do it in a team which isn't injury?
Oh,
he does
say that now. Is that the God's honest truth?
Yeah, no, because what he was doing on the video,
MU tak letak
on the right wing, was running in, breaking
player
lines.
utama
For
ya.
the middle, I'm sort of thinking, that's
Tapi
okay,
mula-mula
we can
orang
play
namai
on
lagi.
Thai League or
Lepas tu
wherever
dia
we
tukar
saw
so.
it. Could he do it on the
Lepas
big
tu
stage
lepas
now
tu
against
tukar
Manchester
kiper.
United? When he had one opportunity, the finish was superb because the first time, everything about it. Again, had that been the Hoyland score, it really got, that's the last of an international Premier League player.
He has written himself into the post-war of Asian football. He will be a hero forevermore for what he's done here tonight on the 28th of May. An astounding story. And who else stood out to you in terms of the ASEAN All-Star? Who else do you want to highlight as having a positive impact on this game?
I was really impressed with Hailong.
I mean, he was dangerous. Absolutely.
He was hitting everyone that came through. His speed was good. His turn of direction was good. He missed by inches, but he was playing with. He was fearless, but he was playing with an intent that he wants to prove something. He was hungry. So I think he was outstanding for me. And Aguero did really well. I must say, in midfield, he did really well there. I would say Aguero, and again, this is how I think the performance was so good. It wasn't about individuals going, let me show Manchester United and the rest of the world how good I am. But in the moments where they had to show brilliance, they did it and allowed someone else to have the involvement. And like you said, every player just did their bit, the whole team included.
Yeah.
And added to what was a superb team.
Okay, gents, behind us right now, I believe the trophy presentation is about to commence. Let's pass you back over to the commentary of Des Corkill.
Tak buat apa, ada masuk. Alah, benda. Pasal tak dengar?
A long campaign, one more journey, one more match to go for Manchester United. And the planning starts for real for next season.
Dia nak angkat piala. Kejap. Dia nak angkat piala, nak angkat piala. Tak ngelag kan? Ngelag alhamdulillah lah. Kalau tak selalu ngelag.
For these boys, this is a night to remember.
MU sebagai naik juara dalam MyBank Challenge Cup Malaysia 2025 dan ASEAN All-Star mendapat juara dalam MyBank Challenge Cup Malaysia 2025. Walau apa-apa pun, terima kasih atas kunjungan anda ke Malaysia walaupun menerima kekalahan. Walau apa-apa pun, golak untuk season musim depan.
10,000 of the 72,000 fans who are here have stayed on for this trophy presentation.
Sekejap guys, aduh. Susah lah macam ni.
What have they made of this?
Kalau saya asyik matikan ni sebab kawan saya nak message.
A difficult challenge to be exactly that. Bruno Fernandes leads the line. least he goes through. Yamas.
Okay. Yep.
First team players and academy players. Right, it will be asked, I'm sure, to do a team photo at the end with the ASEAN All-Stars. Wait, Dan Armour to the academy boys go through. Toby Collier.
Dapat tengok gol dia pun okey
First
tadi.
team action already. It is the figure. I've got Local Conky. Only 17 Godwin. Alejandro Garnacho is the part of the future. Rasmus Højlund from Atalanta. Everything's expected of him. In heaven. Another youngster. The one thing about this Manchester United side, they've got a ton of young players. Are they good enough to make the breakthrough to the top level? 17 Mali international, Kone. Dorgu, still only 20, played 20 times for the first team this year. Special word for Ruben Amorim. From his own seagull.
Kalau ada Arif Aiman, apa? Lagi teruk kau kena. Kot.
The backroom staff who have a humongous job on their hands.
Kesian nak tengok ni.
It's a very different mood for the men in blue. The ASEAN All-Stars. Sergio Aguero, who's made Malaysia his home. He's the man who leads them.
Sergio Aguero, kapten pasukan
Reluctantly leaves that to
untuk
Pedro
ASEAN All-Star pada malam ini.
the scorer of the
Jam
winning
ketika
goal.
ini menunjukkan
That's
pukul
something to take back
11 tepat.
In a township just
Tahniah
outside of
kepada
Yangon.
ASEAN All-Star hanya mendapat Johan dalam kejohanan Maybank Challenge Cup Malaysia 2025.
Solid performance when he came on. Aguinaldo, big battle against Harry Maguire. Reyes, based in Germany. It's a real find. Lizaldi came on the right hand side. In the latter stages, held well. Koulibaly. And high long, very impressive opening 25 minutes from those two boys. The Australians coming through. Adamson as right wing back. And Segasic in particular. His assist. Matimas a clean sheet for 80 minutes. Sergio Aguero waits at the end of the line. He will be lifting this trophy. His Prime Minister. Marlon Hanayo. Azmi. Boy in Trigano. Andy Brower. A Penang boy himself. And we're very happy to hand over that medal to him. He'll be back here for the Asia Cup
Aziz
match.
Nazli.
Aziz Nazli, an important catch at the end. Delbridge, a tower of strength defensively. The Incheon-based Australian. And Davis. Beside Delbridge. Santai, what a job he's done organising this group of players. He had withdrawals of key personnel and was still able to put together a squad good enough to beat Manchester United. Admittedly, United's strongest team, but they were wearing the red, they were wearing the badge. Wait for Aguero. Not a popular name for Manchester United. They thought their Aguero nightmare was 13 years ago. Here's another, not quite as massive as the last-minute winner from Sergio Aguero, the one Man City the title when United was celebrating in Sunderland. But Aguero on the back.
Come on, cepat sikit. Come on. Piala. Ini kalau yang ini patutnya MU dapat ni.
There's being off the stage, Upton back on to pick up the prize.
Ni patutnya MU yang dapat ni, bukan Malaysia.
Challenge Cup 2025. It's all on. We want to the Action All-Stars.
Tak ada pun macam member dah bosan kat tepi, member dah bosan. 1, 2, 3. Kesian tak ada macun siap. Tak ada macun lah. Member dah masuk bilik persalinan. Member dah koyak. Member dah koyak guys.
For Yaya Dukuli, refugee from Guinea.
Berapa petahnya. Terima kasih datang kat Malaysia.
The build in a team that beats Manchester United. Many thanks to Des Corkill.
Kesian sangat. Tak ada macun weh diorang ni angkat piala.
The biggest smiles on their faces as you can possibly imagine. It was almost strange. It's like where we are positioned, you can see behind us. The Manchester United players are all in front of us, and beyond them you can see the confetti, you can see the excitement beyond the United players. And it's so downcast and it's a surreal sight almost there. We're so used to European teams coming in and winning. Space different, very different.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, the absolute bottom line, you'd expect the score line. For many factors that we just discussed. But for me right now,
Sorry kalau kacau. Alamak.
You're the results is that you're on environment, football damage, they're good. In terms of the Afghan boys, they're all going back to their clubs. In the next 2 weeks, there'll be some coaches around, national coaches around, who's going to say, look, I'm going to have a look at a boy again. Don't be surprised from these Afghan teams, there's going to be a few more call-ups. Because they start on the stupid people, they start on the it's still time to change the way of play. So they've really put themselves out there. Well done to them.
You sound almost emotional, but I know your voice you're losing your voice. But it does sound like you're about to cry. We want to stress just some throat issues there. What does this do for Asian football? There's international fixtures just around the corner. You've managed to play in Asia, in India, South Asia. I know it's Southeast Asia, but it's huge potentially the positive impact, the reverberation from it.
It is there's a part of me which is thinking, had this been Malaysia?
Hello.
Nationality. Also, Indonesia, who were on the verge, essentially qualifying for a World Cup side. Yes. So there's a lot of positives to take away. My experiences in India from 2014 to 2018 were a massive uptick.
but it didn't have necessarily the infrastructure in India to be able to take that to the next level. I think what we're seeing here is Pan-Asia representation or East Asia representation, where certain pockets have the potential to actually take it to the next level. Now, if I'm a young player, I know they're probably wearing Manchester United shirts in the stadium here. I'll be looking at it and going, hang on a minute, that could be me. Actually, not just playing them in a post-season friendly. I can be playing against these guys at an international tournament like the World Cup. Games like this, and I don't think you can underestimate how significant it will be, will cause such a positive reverberation around the world of Asian football.
You know, I'm thinking some of the national team players of other countries might be watching this, and they're thinking, I wish I was out there. I wish I was out there. Malaysia are playing tomorrow, our national team, and I'm just thinking, how many of those boys wish they could have been the goal winner, the goal scorer here today on a historic night?
Yeah, but those boys in camp, they're focusing for
Of course.
more important mission. I think it's a great setup. Like, yes, of course, they're fancy something like this. It wasn't classic. So he's right. I've been there as well.
Hello,
Both actually
hello,
played for
hello,
a club in India.
hello, hello, hello,
In Goa.
Hello.
And in Goa.
hello.
Anyways,
Semua dengar?
it's going back, yeah,
Tak dengar.
absolutely. It's fun.
Minta maaf.
But
Okay,
just
sambung
looking back,
terus.
some of these boys are going to take a bit of a, banter with the boys in camp.
Yeah,
Saying, I was out here, I just beat United.
What are you thinking, by the way? Sorry.
No, I was going to say that the result today, yes, there will be players who would have thought I'd love to be on the pitch, being successful or victorious. However, they have their own issues to deal with. As I say, with international coming up. I'm thinking more of those kids in the crowd here. Kids who want to be the next guy, or even the girls. Obviously, we talk about men's football. Who are going, well, if they can do that, then what does the national team do? How much can I do? Give me the opportunities, and we can be doing this regularly.
Great point. Okay, I believe Michelle Lee, she's been waiting a while. The trophy presentation is done, so now she's got the chance to speak to Bruno Fernandes.
All right, here with Bruno Fernandes. First of all, commiseration on the loss here today. Narrow defeat to ASEAN All-Stars. What's your take on the game? What did you struggle with here today that perhaps was a bit harder than you had expected?
Oh, we expected a hard game against them. We know there is a lot of talent here in Asia, so we were not expecting to have an easy game. It's a game where we come here for our fans, for them to see us from a little bit closer. Obviously, we brought a lot of young kids to play for us, also for them to show their qualities. And I think the game is more for the fans to see us, to enjoy it, and for us also to feel their love.
Are you surprised at the turnout here today? Almost full stadium, the cheering of the chants so loud, even to the youngsters as well, particularly to Andre Onana, who obviously, as you know, has faced criticism this season. Are you surprised at the support you've come and received here at Bukit Jalil Stadium?
Oh, we know that our support is worldwide, that the club is massive, that is a club that everywhere we go we have massive fans, a massive fan base, so we were expecting that.
Any thoughts about some of the young players that have been given opportunities here today? How pleased are you for them to get the opportunities, the minutes on the pitch, and also to experience a completely different atmosphere here as well?
Oh, they've been training with us. They're players that have been already involved with us, so we know what to expect from them. It's a good experience for them to come out and have the opportunity to play for the club in Malaysia in this case. So I think it's very nice for them to enjoy the moment.
All right, brilliant. Thank you, Bruno. All the best for the rest of the tour. Thank you.
Many thanks there to Bruno and Michelle Lee. We got a special guest pitch side here. He's all smiles, Declan Lava. How are you feeling, pal?
Yeah, it's crazy. I still don't believe what's happened, beating Manchester United. Very special.
Are you going to be able to sleep tonight?
Probably not, no.
No? Okay, I won't ask what you've been doing. Okay, we'll keep that off.
Yeah.
Sam,
Siapa
any
ni?
questions for Deck?
Pemain terbaik.
Bonus! Bonus! Very sure the J-Mo?
So, well done, first of all. We were just talking about it before we came on. I thought that was a superb performance by the ASEAN Stars. You had 2 days training.
Yeah. Two sessions.
Two sessions. Yeah. What was the instruction of the game plan?
I think it was just keep spend time, play the team, help each other out. It's obviously tutoring, you can't really do much. So I think we showed that tonight. Did really well defensively, and then obviously managed to score a goal. So
Yeah, so score one, keep clean sheet, and they've done simple. Oh, no, well done, super.
Was language an issue at all? I was just thinking because you got so many nations, and I don't know how everyone talks. To be honest, was it an issue at all?
No, it's just everyone's speaking English.
Everyone's speaking English perfectly.
Not perfectly, but
Got by. Man on, pass.
Yeah, pass.
Okay, the basics.
Just learn your name, and then that's about it. Yeah.
And looking back at the match, the first few minutes felt a bit more about Manchester United, but you see it really grow into the game.
Yeah.
And it felt like a matter of time until Onana was finally forced to save in this goal.
Yeah.
Is that when the belief started to come into play?
Yeah, I think at the start you're a bit nervous, obviously. Premier League team, and then we had a few chances at the start as well, so that really helped our confidence. And then we went to the game, kept a clean sheet, 0-0, and then scored a goal. So
what's it like knowing though that I was looking at news sites as the game was happening? There are British websites like the independent newspapers who are reporting in real time on the game.
Oh, really?
Up there is the media section. So we were sat there, and I'm looking around, and I said, I know that reporter from the independent, that person's from the Athletic. You've got global eyes on this game. I don't know if this is the biggest game you played, I can't say, but it is massive. It is, right?
Yeah.
It is massive.
Yeah.
I mean, are you conscious of the impact it's going to have around the world? I think it's going to go viral, this result.
Yeah. Not quite yet. I think we're still enjoying it. And then maybe tomorrow when we see on social media the news articles, then you'll get up.
That deserves a bonus.
Yeah.
Do something.
I think so. Well done.
You realise Stan's sweating now. Not the heat. Look at something.
Any final questions? I'm sure he wants to go back.
No, but the important question I felt, because you've only been together for a couple of sessions.
Yeah.
What was the instruction? You mentioned there at half time at 0-0. Said amongst you the group of players, not just the coach, but the group of players.
Because there was sort of two teams, I think we were all quite happy with the clean sheet. Just keeping a clean sheet against United is a good result for us.
Right.
I want to ask
Hello.
something about the ratio. You guys don't have the strength. You know, everyone's been called up for very since, some of the star players are attached to the national teams.
Yeah.
This is really important. But what was the feeling when such a things like making stars? So what was the feeling you got on the pitch? I mean, yes, you know each other.
Yeah, I think it's all more nervous before the game, but when you actually start, everyone's played football for years, so it's nothing different. So when you're on the pitch, it's like every day, like you're playing the game. And then after you realise, okay, you've been Man United, so.
What about the agreement about how many minutes players are going to play? Because you got players flying in from across the
Yeah.
It's a bit different for you, I know, and a few of the other players,
Yeah.
but it's such quite a big squad.
Yeah.
Was there an agreement that everyone will at least try to get some minutes? What was
Yeah.
said beforehand?
So the coach was quite good with that everyone would get time. So some people less than others, but maximum. I think one player played 90 minutes, but he was quite tired at the end. But yeah, the coach did say he would give everyone a chance to play.
All right, I need to know, will you be getting this jersey later?
I'm trying to.
You're trying to?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
We're holding you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Thank
Okay,
you,
we'll let you go. We'll let you go. Second Lambert, thank you very much, and congratulations on the
Kita tak
victory.
pergi mana-mana.
One final question. Is this the best result of your career?
Probably, yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
He's looking at you now. Okay, I'll take the mic from you. Thank you very much. All the best. Declan Lambert, you can see how much the beat said. I mean, technically it is a friendly, but to say it's the best result of your career, that's how much it means to play and win against Manchester United.
United, look at that, that you all get. It shows no matter what they do in a season, you're still one of the most elite brands in the world. It's not just a football club, it's a brand. They associated with it and clean it. That's where Liverpool United has probably been by far and by mile better brands than most.
Yeah, I don't think we've even looked at the Manchester United chances so far, just to go through it. Oh no, you know what? Hold on, we're not going to go through the chances just yet. We're going to... Congratulations. How are you feeling? Come in.
Well, not necessarily. Fine.
Amari Santos, how are you feeling?
Amazing. I feel amazing. It still hasn't struck me yet what just happened, but I feel very lucky and grateful to be here.
Aguinaldo, it's not Declan, my player. I am Kuala Lumpur. Trained for 2 days. You flown in, you've had a season, you've had a really good season to be here as well. But at the moment, has that absorbed that you just beat United? Oh, to be honest, no. Like, I still don't know what happened.
Have you looked at your phone?
I know, I checked, like, I have my mom messages.
Okay, but there must be a lot of messages.
I don't know.
You don't know yet.
My mom,
That's all.
her question is.
Mama first, that's all.
Yes, family first.
So I understand this is the second time that ASEAN have put a team together. Only the second time.
Really? I didn't know that.
The first was,
no idea.
the only other time was 2014 in a charity match against Indonesia after the typhoon in the Philippines.
I had no idea.
Okay, so then a lot of these the conversations we've had is frankly we've got co-representation from different areas in the East Asia. Do you feel like there is an opportunity to do more of this?
Hopefully after the result, like nobody, I swear, nobody expected, even from our team, I'll be honest, like nobody expected that result, the way we played, like the team chemistry that we had. Like it was even hard to remember all the names of the teammates. We played for 2 days.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, what happened?
I don't know if I mentioned the Declan before. What I saw was a super performance. Everything about it was team, and amazing that you've only had 2 sessions. Everything about it looked like a team that would work with each other for multiple sessions. There was no greediness by the individuals. It was almost like someone else. As a manager, former manager, I was looking at it going, that's the way that you want your team to play. So credit to you and everybody for having 2 sessions. And but I thought, and I wouldn't have been surprised, had you got beaten 3 or 4, we would have gone, okay, let's do this Manchester United against a team that don't even know each other. But you proved everyone for the right reasons and in the right way wrong. That was super. Well done.
No words.
Like, I just get off the chest. Apologize.
What's your expectation before the game? Were you coming here to not be embarrassed? Because this is something we talked about earlier. You don't want to go back down that tunnel having lost 5-0. Instead, you're victorious 1-0 here tonight.
Honestly, as a player, that's the first
so
thing
sorry,
you don't
guys.
want. You don't want to be embarrassed.
Sekejap.
Like 70,000 people.
Yes.
Playing against, one of the biggest teams in the world. And honestly, you don't want to be embarrassed. Like we just wanted to play, in a respectable way. That they would look at us, this is like they're schoolboys. Like we're actually a team that can compete. And I'm confident to say that we showed that tonight. So I'm really happy and lucky to be part of such a team. They put together a team in a couple of days, and that's that.
Is it a band for brothers for life now inside that dressing room? Have you got each other's numbers? Have you got a WhatsApp chat group that you can stay active? Honestly,
The alumni starts in the next 5 minutes.
sounds right. It does.
Hopefully. Yeah.
Hopefully, staying in contact. This is a historic night, not just for you, but for Southeast Asian football. Just full stop. That cannot think of anything better than what's happening right now. How much belief does it give going forward? We were talking about the impact it could have on Asian footballers, on fans here, young kids who might be inspired by what they've witnessed here tonight.
Even it sounds cliche, but even I didn't believe it when it happened. Like anything's possible, If you really, I never in my wildest dreams did I think that I would be here tonight, play against Manchester United and winning. Anything's possible in football.
Who is the team you actually support in England out of interest? Is it Manchester United?
Honestly, no, I don't.
Nobody
watch.
That means he's sports Liverpool.
I was about to say ex-Liverpool goalkeeper would be the best. Anyway, we want to thank you for your time. And final question: will you be getting anybody's jersey?
Trying. I asked Bruno if I could have his.
What number you wearing today? You're wearing 12. I wish it was 8 and then 8 of you. Okay, thank you very much for your time. Much appreciated. Enjoy the celebrations. Thank you. I'll just pass this over here. Perfect. Almost an identical interview between those two players. I don't think it's hit them yet. And it might not till much, much later.
I mean.
Okay semua. MU Manchester United mengalami kalah menentang Asian All-Star dalam saingan Maybank Challenge Cup Malaysia 2025 Dan apa-apa pun untuk Manchester United, tahniah. Terima kasih kerana berkunjung ke negara Malaysia. Dan walaupun kalah tapi mereka menunjukkan permainan yang cukup baik juga. Adalah juga serangan-serangan daripada Manchester United. And apa lagi? Adalah juga serangan-serangan. Tapi lebih banyak serangan Arsenal All-Star. Saya pun tak tengok live sebab live tak ada kat Astro. YouTube pun susah nak cari. Alamak. Kenapa? Ayo. Sementara tu saya nak check nge-lag ke tadi saya masa banyak kali saya tu nge-lag tak? Kalau nge-lag bang masa saya buka. Ya, saya check.
Boys, which they could have been the goal winner. The goal scorer here today on a historic night. Yeah, but those boys in camp, folks were up for my contact mission, I think. Maybe talk about before we go on.
Alhamdulillah, tak nge-lag Bagus. Tak nge-lag. Tapi nge-lag sikit je. Diorang ada buat pre-show lagi tu. Diorang tak ada pre-show lagi. Dah nak main-main lah. Amorim guys, Amorim ada ni. Kena pre-show ni. Pasal tak dengar apa-apa.
Any of the Arsenal players impressed you or caught your eye here today?
MU kalah. Kalah 1-0.
Is he the answer? I know we discussed this pre-show and it's about the culture at the club, but they must be. Yes.
Did he play any of the front positions? When he had value in terms of how he plays, yes, he can. But we've seen time and time again, not under Morin, but just going back to the old picture. Since Fergie left, we've seen the best players when it's just transfers has been okay. The best managers on the touch. So again, we're going back to that old question. Could there be that saving miracle that they need? For me, no. That's not the answer. The answer has to be going back to what we said earlier. If you kind of going where the players can play better, you can squeeze players out of them, you're going to fix something else, which is, it doesn't have lines, it doesn't have rules, it doesn't have statistics, it doesn't have data. I think David would tell you, culture is something you can't define on a paper. You got to understand what you're doing with it. Let me flip the question another way then. Why would Matthias Cunha want to join Manchester United?
Because it's Manchester United.
Are there other clubs that wanted him? Are there other clubs playing in Europe? Are there other clubs that can offer the same money?
One thing, Manchester United, Liverpool, Real Madrid, Barcelona. There's literally a handful of sides in European football that you would go to without too much of a question. Him going to Manchester United makes perfect sense for his career path. What's interesting is, can he play in those positions? He strikes me as the player who can score the wonder goal. But Manchester United don't need wonder goal scorers. They need players who just do, again, like we saw tonight, do the basics right and you'll create chances. You don't have to look fantastic. Go back to Mo Salah. How many of his goals this season were wonder goals? How many of them were just him doing normal stuff? And it's kind of like, if you get the normal stuff right, you don't need a wonder player. I'm not sure it's the right fit. We talk about desperation. I think you're looking at someone that you hope who might score a 30-yard goal and win you a game, rather than someone who will get in a position if you miss playing stuff on.
Final thoughts now, we do have to wrap up in a minute or two.
Yeah, I just think now they take the flight off to Hong Kong. I hope they get a result because I think it's going to be going back to the football damage and good. It's amazing for everybody's village, right? It's amazing for the ASEAN. It's amazing for the fans. That's what United should do. United themselves now going to protect themselves because they've got probably one of the toughest seasons coming in. They're going to be judged from today. This result's going to go viral tonight. They're going to fly into Hong Kong. They're going to have friends and fans. They're going to
Nanti MU ada lawan Hong Kong tak silap.
that's good, right?
They didn't seem to be in the best mood,
Friendly
no.
match.
The right piece, right? So player,
MU lawan Hong
He's
Kong
not
pula.
having a season. He's not going to be smiling around and he's not going to be up. That's about right. So for me, that's really important right now. What do they do the next 3 days before they go off?
Yeah. Okay, well, a historic night for ASEAN football, for Southeast Asian football. I don't know how many people out there were expecting the hosts to win here today, but they did it against the odds, having had only prior to today, up against one of the giants of world football, who train week in, week out together, best facilities, best pitches in the biggest league in the entire world. Undone here today by that unnerving spirit of Southeast Asia. My name is Adam Carruthers on behalf of the two gentlemen here, everyone on the production team. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again at the start of the season. Until next time.